When people start learning English, many of them ask the same question. They ask, what grammar should I study first? They ask, how many words should I memorize? But this question is already a little wrong, because languages are not learned first through rules or books. Languages are learned first through listening. Before we speak, we listen. Before we read, we listen. Before we write, we listen. Listening is the real beginning of language learning. Think about how a baby learns a language. A baby does not know grammar. A baby does not study vocabulary. A baby only listens. The baby listens to the mother's voice. The baby listens to the father's voice. The baby listens to sounds, tones, and rhythm. At first, the baby does not understand meaning, but the brain is working quietly. The brain is learning patterns. The brain is learning how the language sounds. Slowly, very slowly, understanding appears. This is the same for adults. Your brain still learns in the same way. It learns best when it listens first. When you listen to English every day, something special happens. Even if you do not understand everything, your brain is learning. You are learning the music of English. You are learning how sentences move. You are learning where words begin and where they end. Many learners feel frustrated because they do not understand every word. They stop listening. They think this is too hard, but not understanding. Everything is normal. In fact, it is necessary. Your brain does not need full understanding to learn. It only needs exposure. It needs time with the language. When you listen to slow, clear English, your brain relaxes. There is no pressure. There is no test. There is no fear. This relaxed state is very important because learning happens best when the mind is calm. Think about music. You do not study music before you enjoy it. You listen again and again. Soon the song feels familiar. You know it without thinking. Language works the same way. The more you listen, the more English starts to feel normal. Words stop feeling strange. Sentences stop feeling confusing. One day you hear a sentence and think, oh, I know this, and you did not memorize it. You did not study it. You only listened. Listening builds understanding naturally. It builds confidence quietly. And most importantly, listening prepares you to speak. Speaking does not come from thinking. Speaking comes from memory. And memory is built through listening. When you listen many times, your brain stores sounds and sentences. Later, when you want to speak, your mouth uses what your ears already know. This is why listening comes before speaking. If you try to speak without listening, speaking feels hard. You feel blocked. You feel nervous. But when you listen a lot, speaking feels easier. Words come faster. Sentences feel more natural. You are not translating. You are not thinking about rules. You are simply expressing ideas. That is real fluency. This is why slow English podcasts are powerful. They give your brain time. They give your brain space. They let English grow naturally. You do not need to understand every word. You only need to listen again and again. Even 10 minutes a day is enough. But it must be every day. Daily listening creates familiarity. Familiarity creates comfort. Comfort creates confidence. And confidence leads to speaking. So if you feel stuck in English, do not push harder. Do not add more grammar books. Do not pressure yourself. Instead, listen more. Listen slowly. Listen calmly. Let English enter your mind naturally. Let your brain do its work. Because languages are not learned by force. They are learned through patience, repetition, and listening. This is how languages are really learned. Many English learners believe something that is not true. They believe they must speak perfectly before they speak at all. They wait, they prepare, they think, they worry, and because of this, they do not speak. But real speaking does not come from perfection. Real speaking comes from repetition. When children learn to speak, they do not wait to be perfect. They make mistakes. They repeat sounds. They repeat words. They repeat sentences again and again. Nobody corrects them all the time. Nobody tells them to stop. They are allowed to try. This freedom is very important. As adults, we forget this. We become afraid of mistakes. We think mistakes are bad, but mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are part of learning. In language learning, repetition is more important than accuracy. When you repeat a sentence many times, your brain learns the pattern. Your mouth learns the movement. Your voice learns the rhythm. At first, speaking feels slow. Your sentences feel heavy. Your pronunciation feels strange. This is normal. Repetition removes this feeling. When you repeat something many times, it becomes lighter. It becomes easier. It becomes automatic. Think about driving a car. At first, it feels difficult. You think about every action. But after repetition, you drive without thinking. Speaking English works the same way. Many learners try to speak by creating sentences in their head. They translate from their first language. This makes speaking slow and stressful. But repetition changes this. When you repeat natural English sentences, you stop translating. You start remembering. Memory is faster than thinking. This is why shadowing practice is powerful. You listen to a sentence, you repeat it immediately. You copy the rhythm, not the rules. You do not stop to analyze grammar. You simply repeat. At first, you may feel uncomfortable. Your voice may sound strange to you. That is okay. Your brain is adjusting. Your mouth is learning new movements. This takes time. Repetition creates confidence quietly. You may not notice it at first, but one day you speak without fear and you realize something has changed. This change did not come from studying harder, it came from repeating more. Many learners ask, how many times should I repeat? There is no perfect number, but more is always better than less. Repeat short sentences, repeat easy sentences, repeat sentences you hear often. Do not chase difficult words. Do not chase advanced grammar. Fluency grows from simple language repeated many times. When you repeat simple English, your brain builds a strong foundation. Later, advanced English becomes easier. Another important idea is this: you do not need to speak fast. You only need to speak clearly. Slow speaking is not weak speaking. Slow speaking is confident speaking. When you repeat slowly, you control your voice. You control your breath. You control your message. Native speakers also repeat phrases. They use the same expressions again and again. This is how language stays natural. You are not boring when you repeat. You are building fluency. If you wait for perfect grammar, you may never speak. But if you repeat daily, speaking will come naturally. Even 5 minutes of repetition every day is powerful. Consistency matters more than time. Make repetition part of your daily life. Repeat while walking. Repeat while cooking. Repeat while listening to podcasts. Do not judge yourself. Do not compare yourself to others. Your only job is to repeat. With time, your mouth will move without effort. Your sentences will flow naturally. Your confidence will grow quietly. Speaking is not a test, it is a habit. And habits are built through repetition. So stop waiting to be perfect. Start repeating. This is how speaking really begins. Many English learners feel frustrated. They listen to English every day, but they cannot speak easily. They understand many words, but speaking feels slow. This is normal. Understanding always comes before fluency. When you listen to English, your brain is learning quietly. Even when you do not speak, learning is happening. Your brain is collecting sounds, words, and patterns. Think about how children learn language. They listen for a long time before they speak. They hear conversations. They hear stories. They hear questions. They do not speak immediately, but their understanding grows. Adults are the same. Listening creates a strong base in your mind. Speaking grows from this base. Many learners think they are failing because they are not speaking yet, but they are not failing. They are preparing. Your brain needs time to recognize English naturally. This means hearing the same words many times. This means hearing the same sentence patterns again and again. At first, English sounds fast. Words feel mixed together. Nothing feels clear. Slowly, something changes. You begin to hear where one word ends and another begins. You begin to understand common phrases. You begin to guess meaning without translating. This is a very important stage. You may not feel confident yet, but your brain is working. Do not rush this stage. When learners rush, they feel stress. I push themselves to speak before understanding. This creates fear and confusion. But when you allow understanding to grow first, speaking becomes easier. Listening trains your brain to think in English. You learn how sentences are built. You learn natural word order. You learn rhythm and tone. Grammar books cannot teach this feeling. Only listening can. Slow listening is especially powerful. When English is slow, your brain has time to notice details. You hear pronunciation clearly. You hear how words connect. This is why slow podcasts are helpful. You are not listening to memorize. You are listening to feel the language. Understanding does not come in one day. It comes quietly. One day you will listen and think, I understand this. Then later you will speak without planning. And you will surprise yourself. Speaking grows naturally from understanding. Another important idea is passive learning. Passive learning means learning without effort. You listen while relaxing. You listen without pressure. Your brain learns naturally. This kind of learning is powerful. Many learners only study actively. They focus on rules. They memorize lists. Active study has value, but it is not enough. Understanding comes from exposure. Exposure means hearing English again and again. The more you hear English, the more familiar it becomes. Familiarity creates comfort. Comfort creates confidence. When you understand more, your fear becomes smaller. You are not afraid of English H sounds anymore. They feel normal. Do not worry if you understand only 60%. Understanding does not need to be complete. Even partial understanding is useful. Your brain fills the gaps with time. This is why it is important to listen to the same content many times. Repetition increases understanding. Each time you notice something new. First, you understand the topic. Then you understand sentences. Then you understand small details. Be patient with yourself. Fluency is not fast understanding. Fluency is comfortable understanding. When English feels comfortable, speaking follows. You cannot force fluency. You can only prepare for it. Listening is preparation. Understanding is preparation. Trust this process. You are learning even when you feel silent. You are growing even when you feel slow. Do not compare yourself to others. Everyone learns at a different speed. Your journey is your own, so keep listening, keep hearing English daily. Let understanding grow naturally. Speaking will come.